That fella says freedom, open carry state. There shouldn't have been a war to begin with. You know, this is the greatest country in the world. But no, they're laughing at us. We've become a laughing stock. We're worried for the wrong reasons. The president is going viral for the wrong reasons. Elderly abuse. And it's sad that I got to make videos like this. It's sad. You know? Even the White House doctor, you read the title, the White House doctor said a cognitive test from Biden would be a miserable failure. And just look at the last 4 years. Look where we're at in this country. Look at all the people struggling. Look at all the problems and issues. Come on in, we got everything. Come on in. But what about this homeless veteran? Crime through the roof. Criminals walking around smiling, giggling, laughing, playing cards, riding around in drop-top Corvettes and big, nice, jacked-up trucks. Supposed to be my Patriots riding around in them jacked-up trucks and them drop-top Corvettes. You know? Got to go inside the grocery store and I want to send my love and prayers. Let me get serious real quick. I want to send my love and prayers and to the family out there that you guys are safe and that everything goes well for you guys in these times. Over here where I live in Houston, Texas, and there's other people that are affected with this Hurricane Barry, Beryl, Gerald. I don't know what the hurricane name is, but it starts with a B. I think it's like Barry or something. Beryl. It's raining outside of them recording this. So if this video doesn't make it to the channel, the light shut off. Yeah, it's raining real bad. It's flooding everywhere. You know, when it's at the grocery store, people just have lost it. You know, there's no water. There's can't buy nothing. Gas station's packed. You know, wanted to get gas for my generator. I still got that old generator. Yeah, you got to pull the little thing and get the and everything back in the house turns on. Yeah, we got one of those generators. So, you know, so after this video, I got to go figure out how I'm gonna go get gas for that generator, just in case. You always want to be on the safe side, like they tell you. But yeah, man, anybody affected by that hurricane right now, I want to send my prayers and loves and thoughts to you and your family with these hurricanes and all this stuff that's coming. But hey, as y'all read by the title, man, let's get into it. America isn't America anymore, and you just can't make this stuff up, man. We are worried for the wrong reasons, and to the people that are still edging this on, still buying influencers, boy, you're in for a rude awakening, and we kind of feel bad for you. You know, and like I say, if Kamala Harris is the replace, if they do replace him, it's just gonna be an ultra landslide. An ultra landslide. And I walked outside. It's Patriots that live right next to me, and they know with their Trump signs and everything in the yard, sitting out there on the porch celebrating. They say, "Rick, we're winning, baby." I said, "That's right." Yeah, they're outside celebrating already. I said, "Y'all go in the house. It is raining. What is y'all out there?" Yeah, man, them Patriots is something else, man. I said, y'all, it's raining out here. Y'all go inside the house. Shoot. Unbelievable, though, man. Let me, where my headphones at so we can see what they talking about in this video, man. But these last 4 years have been a miserable failure. Unbelievable. Check this out, y'all. But, hey, man, I love y'all, man. All jokes aside, I love y'all. We're going to keep it real, no sugarcoating. We got to keep going. We cannot let off the gas right now. We got to keep going, man, because right now we are winning, and it looks like a huge landslide. But we cannot stop now, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We cannot stop now, and we're going to keep bringing you the best videos. I know some of y'all come here just to laugh and have fun with me, but we're going to keep it real, though. You know, we're going to keep it real, and I'm going to stay inside the guidelines because I don't want to get in trouble, you know. But, hey, free country, freedom, baby. We're going to get it. You know what I'm saying? So please let y'all self be known in the comments section. And please, I know there's these impersonators, these bots that impersonate me. It says like my profile name and my profile picture, But if it doesn't have a check mark, it's not me. So if you see OkayRickk-5, OkayRickk Telegram, that they try to scam y'all. Do not fall for the scams, please. If it does not have a check mark next to their name on OkayRickk, it is not me. It's not me. It has to have a check mark. If it has a check mark next to the name, it's me. If it does not have that check mark, that verified mark on YouTube, it's do not fall for the scam, please. They be trying to sweeten y'all up in the comments, and then they send y'all these links and these messages. Do not click on anything in the comment section. I repeat, do not click on anything. I love you guys, man. And they go after, people that don't know, the elderly, people that don't really know how to use their phones and stuff on this platform. They go after people like that, and it's sick, man. And I support the agencies and people who go after these scammers. Just being honest with you, because there's been people that have gotten, hit hard, man. People that have even committed suicide dealing with these scammers, man. That's how serious it is. For real, y'all. I love y'all, man. And I don't want anybody getting hit with these scammers or losing life savings. I mean, you name it. It's a lot of disgusting stuff that they will do, having you send them money and all kind of stuff. So please be aware. I would never scam you guys. Y'all know how I am. But let me stop all this yapping.
Welcome back to this special edition of Hannity. We'll have more reaction to President Biden's exclusive interview with ABC News anchor George Stephanopoulos in just a moment. But first, the media is raising new questions tonight about Biden's cognitive decline. There was a blockbuster piece in New York Magazine yesterday. It was by reporter Olivia Nuzzi, and it made several disturbing claims about the president, including that he does not recognize old family friends or top donors, that his hand felt cool in a noticeably hot room, and that he once looked to her like, quote, something not of this earth, with slow speech, a waxy face, and eyes that were open but not on. Newsy writes that Biden was overly protected by staff as far back as the 2020 campaign and has recently been, quote, cocooned within mounting layers of bureaucracy in an apparent effort to hide his condition from the public. Here with their analysis are Texas Congressman Ronnie Jackson, the former White House doctor, and Fox News medical contributor Dr. Mark Siegel. Congressman Ronnie Jackson, so you were the White House doctor for former President Trump, and former President Trump always, he must have done it a dozen times when I was in his presence, recounted when he took a cognitive test in vivid detail. It's like he had memorized the cognitive test and, would tell people about it. I just was very struck tonight when Biden was asked 4 times, will you take a full neurological test? I have that every day. Will you take a specific test with a...
From you have it every day from who? Dr. Jill Biden? Dr. Jill. Dr. Jill.
Specialist. No, they said I'm good. Are you willing to undergo a test? Look, I have a test every day. Will you do it to reassure them? To which he said, watch me. Well, we all watched, and a lot of people think he should take that test. So why won't he?
Well, but he won't take it, Kaylee, because obviously it's going to be a miserable failure. I mean, he would do absolutely horrible on a test of that nature. And he knows it. His team knows it. They've been avoiding it for a long time. I mean, we watch him every day. I think most people in this country have known for a long time that he's cognitively impaired and that he has no business whatsoever being our commander in chief and being in charge. But this recent debate was on such a grand scale. The one thing it did was it took the people that have been protecting him for the longest time, which is the mainstream media and the liberal left. It made it to where they can no longer defend him. But, to your point about this article, this is a huge cover up at this particular point, and we need to get to the bottom of this. As a member of Congress, when I get back, I'm going to start pushing for us to have some congressional oversight here. We need to have a hearing. We need to get people in. We need to get Dr. Kevin O'Connor in. Like, I'll ask you, Kelly, why have not we heard from this man the entire time that he's been president?
Yes.
We have not had this this person who's the president's physician stand up at the podium before the press and answer questions. You know, when I was President Trump's physician, as you remember, I stood up at the podium for well over an hour when I had everybody and their dog coming after me, asking me the most ridiculous questions. I answered every single question they had objective data there at my side to go over. It was completely transparent. I had people like the great Sanjay Gupta, right? That was standing there trying to tear me down. Suddenly today, he's out advocating for cognitive tests. Where has he been for 3.5 years? Where has CNN and the New York Times and the Washington Post and MSNBC and all these other networks? Where have they been? This is a national security issue. I have been saying it since 2020. In February 2020, I started talking about this, and I initially got criticized and called out by President Obama over it. And I've been criticized over and over for saying this, and now the whole world is seeing it, and there's just no way around it. So yes, he needs to take a cognitive test. Although some people might make the argument it's too late for that now. We all know he's got a problem. And I don't know if a cognitive test would change anybody's opinion at this particular point.
Well, you teed me up perfectly by mentioning the hostility of Sanjay Gupta of CNN toward you. Because, oh, wait, he had this to say. Newsflash, let's play it.
I think a lot of the things that people saw at that debate weren't necessarily new, but they were sustained, and I think more pronounced than what we had seen in the past. If you take a look, slow response time, I think we saw that, sort of in a sustained fashion. Definitive word retrieval mix-ups, rambling, sometimes confused speech, reduced voice volume as well, and reduced facial movements. And these things can all be connected.
I mean, Dr. Siegel, that's the CNN doctor calling for this.
Well, listen, Kaylee, we've been talking about this for 4 years. I talked about this with President Trump when I interviewed him back in 2020 in July. The issue isn't about a single cognitive test. As Ronnie Jackson just said, Congressman Dr. Jackson just said, there's a big cover-up going on here. And a cognitive test may not be the answer at this point because he's failed so many real-life cognitive tests. And by the way, you know what happens in a situation like this? The patient is the last to admit it. It's not surprising that he says, I'm fine, I don't need a test. My doctors say I'm fine. Well, where are those doctors hiding behind this? And by the way,
Dr. Gio,
Ronnie Jackson didn't mention the yearly physical, which always looks like there's nothing to hide. Neurologist examined him, they say. Neurologist examined him, but we've never seen an MRI report. We've never seen a cognitive test. And now it's 4 years later from where we first started talking about this. There's something called cognitive reserve. How much cognitive reserve do you have? If you haven't slept, if it's after 4 p.m., if you're disoriented a little bit, what do you act like? If you're president of the United States, not just with the nuclear codes, but with all of these decisions to make, what's your cognitive reserve, President Biden? And the whole world can see that it's extremely thin. There is no cognitive reserve. And neurodegenerative diseases do not happen overnight. They progress over time. So when I was first asking about this, it was probably mild cognitive impairment. Now it looks more like full-on dementia. And you're right. All the other doctors on TV that weren't asking for this should be ashamed of themselves. And the president's own doctors should not have been hiding this. Public has a right to transparency. That's democracy.
Yes. Dr. Jackson, you made so many great points. And look, when I was press secretary, the White House doctor was there when Trump got COVID. And he went to reporters and he spoke with them. And he gave me letters that he signed with medical updates. Something has been hidden. I only have a few moments here, but I was thrilled to hear you mention congressional oversight. Should there be a select committee into this president's mental acuity? Because there are soldiers who are deployed abroad, and we don't know if they're being protected with this level of mental acuity.
There absolutely should be at this particular point, Kaylee, because we have someone who's in the office that's not making the decisions. And if you look at the disastrous, results of this presidency with our economy and the border and the wars overseas and everything else, we need answers on how this happened. And there has been a cover up, and we need to know who's been covering it up, and they need to be held responsible. This is completely unacceptable.
told y'all, man. Tons of people need to be held accountable, man. Who is running the country? Greatest country in the world has become a complete laughingstock. And we have all these problems and issues going on. And the biggest highlight right now is the president's health. Sad, man. Sad, y'all. You know, it really is sad, man. But wishing the best in all you guys' life. Let me know what y'all think of that, man. Comment down below. I can already see the comments right now. But please be aware of those people impersonating me in the comments and all these, you know, they make these YouTube bots, the bots. Please be careful, y'all. I don't want anybody getting messed with on my channel. Y'all know how I am. I love my family on here. And I'm wishing the best in all you guys' life, man. And again, I want to send my prayers and love and thoughts out to the ones as myself that are going through this whole hurricane situation that we got going on, especially over here in Houston, Texas, and other places, man. So please be aware, be safe out there, get what you have to get, you know what I'm saying? And y'all know around these times, it's crazy, man. You know, people are struggling, people are desperate, you know? So please be aware of your surroundings. And hey, I'm wishing the best in all you guys' life, man. One love to the human race, baby. And we're going to continue to spread it. I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace and love, y'all.